Hey guys, GrizzlyMadaams here with my new series, well, first really series, Adaptation, which will be pretty much tips and tricks and how to figure out and adapt to how the other team is playing and how your team is playing. I picked TDM because it's kind of a short game mode generally. I start out really slow. You'll see. It won't be about the gameplay other than what I'm doing and why I'm doing it. And if you didn't know, I just shot through that wall. You can shoot through that wall pretty easily and get quite a few kills through it because people like to sit there before they rush in. So just remember that if you know somebody's right there, you can shoot through it. Basically, I'll start out by telling you the three types of players that there really are in this game. There's the camper or the anchor guy, and generally people think camping is a negative and that it's just guys sitting in corners. That's a specific camping. I'm talking about the people that kind of sit back and pick off people as they're running by, which is fine. I mind those people. I get pissed off at those people, but they're easier to counter than people sitting in corners with shotguns or stuff like that. So campers, I'll call them anchors. I'm not even going to call them campers. From now on, they're called anchors. And they are actually pretty pivotal to good gameplay for me. See that my entire team is on the other side of the map? If they were all anchoring down that side of the map and just kept, just me and this one guy could rush the whole time, we get way more kills that way. So they are pretty important to how a rusher acts, which will be the next one I talk about. Rushing it's usually running as fast as you can, blah blah blah. Most people think you have to be moving at all times, and I think I rush quite a bit, even though I slow down at parts, which will be the middle one that I'll talk about. Rushing, in my mind, is running a little bit more recklessly than the progressive play, which I think I'm progressive and a rusher. I don't really camp that often. I don't anchor that often unless it's in a objective match like Hardpoint where it's beneficial to do that. Progressive play is kind of a mix. It's closer to rushing than it is camping, but it's pretty much going from one spot or one area to the next, dictating where the spawns will be by yourself, like figuring out how to get in between multiple spawns or multiple areas. And that's pretty important too, because it's kind of the annoyance guy. He's the guy that goes from spawn to spawn, head glitch to head glitch, and taking out people as they go by. You'll see right here is a good example. I'm kind of camping, but I've rushed close to their spawn, and I know they have to come out in my line of sight. And pretty much I adapted to how they worked. They didn't really rush too hard except for two guys, one with a shotgun and one with I don't even remember. I don't think I got killed by him, but I saw him in my spawn a couple times. But I knew that if I took up the mid position, I could cut them off as they're coming out of spawn, the two guys that are rushing, and as soon as I take out the shotgun guy, I can rush into their spawn. As you can see here, it flipped, and I immediately knew because I knew how they were playing, and I knew how to counteract that. When people are camping, you want to play progressive more than you want to rush, because rushing is playing into their hands, not yours. Progressively moving up the map, like right here, I'm not rushing into their spawn because I know they're not going to push too far out of it. So I'm just going to go into this wall. This wall will be my endpoint inside and out, and I'll just sit here and this is considered, I guess, camping, but really, to be honest, this is rushing while not moving that much. If you really think about it, it's getting into the action, staying in the action as long as possible, and that's pretty much it with the first video, actually. That's just kind of summing up what my thought process on the three types of players, how you play them, and I'll go more in depth with strategy and all that stuff in my next video, which will be coming out probably either after this or 2 videos or in a couple videos, but it'll have a separate tag. You'll know it's it. Hopefully you guys enjoyed all that. I'll get more in depth each one with how I play. I'll even camp on one just to show you the benefits and the negatives of it. And hopefully you guys enjoy this new series, because some people just need to learn some either the spawn points or stuff like that. And I know them pretty well. So hopefully you guys have a nice day. Later. All right, so I lied. So here's a review of the vid so far. Since this is the first video, the anchor pretty much controls the spawn for his teammates, keeping the spawns from flipping from, let's say everybody rushes from C to A. Obviously, the other team is going to spawn on C now. The anchor can keep that from happening to a point, which makes him very important in most of the objective games. He also keeps the people that are rushing too hard at bay, because he takes them out kind of easily. Which brings me to the rusher. The rusher is kind of the guy who pushes the objectives and pushes the spawns, which can make them flip, but it keeps the people, the other team's attention on him and where he's going and what he's doing, because they're worrying about the guy rushing through their spawn, which opens up the progressive player, which will pop up in a second, which opens up the progressive player to be able to get, let's say you have A and B on domination. The progressive player is going to want to be near B and C, like further into C, but not like enough to push their spawn too much. So he's pretty much picking off all the people the rusher is not taking out, and keeping B and A safe. So that's pretty much it. Hopefully you guys enjoyed. I put the soccer terms there just for the fun of it. But yeah, have a nice day.